Welcome back, everybody. This is Noor Speaks Out. I'm Noor, and I'm here today with this very wonderful, beautiful, amazing friend who I've known for
Oh,
quite a few years from work in our struggles in the National Health Service in the UK. Her wonderful name is Elizabetta. And so, can everyone say hi? Hi, Elly.
hello,
Hey. All right, I've already given you the most
the
fantabulous
vibe.
introduction that you've ever known. But please introduce yourself to us. Tell us whatever you want to tell us. If you could tell us actually when you left Ghana, went to Italy, how old you were, and then if you could tell us sort of when you came to the UK as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Noreen. That was an amazing intro. Amazing.
I
Thank
try.
you.
I
Thank
try.
you. Yeah, so hi everyone. Hello. For those that don't know me, my name is Elly. It's a short version for Elisabetta. So I was born in Italy. Um, and I was there for most of my life and moved here when I was 22.
On my back, why did I think you came from? Sorry, girl. Born in Italy and then came here.
No worries at all. Is I guess okay. I'll start by introducing, giving you a bit of a background about
Give us the
my
context.
journey and everything else. So, I was born in Sicily, which is a small island in the southern part of Italy. And I was there for until I was 8 years old. And then I moved to Venice, a very small town close to Venice. It's called Vicenza.
Oh,
Very,
okay.
very tiny. We pretty much all know each other over there. It's very, very tiny, and I was there until I turned 22. So I went to primary school, middle school, secondary school, university,
Okay.
and then I moved to the UK.
Okay.
And basically I've been to the UK, and ever since I've been here.
Okay.
So yeah, that gives away my age.
No one needs to know. It's none of the business. It's fine. It's fine. You're young. Okay, you're born and raised in, or mostly anyway, born and raised in Italy, in Sicily. Um, but your parents are originally from
Ghana.
whereabouts in Ghana? Are your parents from?
So my parents are from the Ashanti region. They come from a town called Udumasi.
Okay.
It's close to Congo,
Okay.
and that is in the Ashanti region.
Is that north, south? Just out of interest.
Central. I would
Central.
say
Okay.
central. Yeah,
Okay.
central part of Ghana. They were born. Both of them were born in Ghana. They were brought up there, and just like everyone, they decided to migrate
Yeah.
because they were looking for opportunities. They were looking to develop. They were looking to change their lives. So they decided to apply for a visa and come to Italy. Really, Italy. They chose Italy, I guess, because it was the possibly the closest country, and at that time, most of the people, most Ghanaian people, moved to Italy at that time. So I guess it was a trend.
Yeah.
So
It's
they
strange why they didn't come to the UK. Only because Ghana was a Commonwealth nation, or is a Commonwealth nation. Like, I'm surprised that so many Ghanaians moved to Italy as opposed, unless there was some sort of, I guess, sort of agreement with both governments maybe at that time.
well, that's interesting. That's something that I'll probably be looking into. But
I have to do one with your mom and dad.
yeah,
Let's.
but from what I understand and how I see it is that when you migrate, you're in Ghana, you want to migrate to the Europe, you tend to go where you already know somebody. So because somebody really need to extend an invitation to
To
you
you.
before you're able to come over. So in the case of my mom, her older cousin was in Sicily, and he invited her over.
Okay.
And that's how she came to Italy.
Okay.
And she met my dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they dated and they fell in love.
Very
and
nice.
they had me.
I didn't know they met in Italy. I thought they met in Ghana and then came. Okay. Very
No. They
nice.
met in Italy, you know. They were young.
Love buds. All right, sorry, sorry, Uncle. Okay. We'll just move quickly away from that. But okay, very nice. So, parents came to Italy, had you, and they mostly were in Sicily as well.
Yes, they were. They met in Sicily. They were in Sicily for quite some time, and then they decided to look for greener pastures. So then they moved to the northern part of Italy because there were factories in the northern part of Italy, and so they had more opportunities.
Yeah.
So they decided to move there. They settled there, and we started a new life.
Okay, so you said you stayed in Sicily till you were 8, and then went north. So how was life in Sicily? I'm assuming that there aren't that many Ghanaian children running around Sicily in the early 90s.
Yeah.
What was life like for you? How did you find being a young black girl Italian also, because you spoke Italian fluently probably, right? But how was things for you? Okay,
that's a good question. So for me growing up, it was I was in a nice environment because Sicily is beautiful. The food is fantastic. There's such a lovely atmosphere in Sicily, but at the same time there's also one big problem, which affects people that are non-white.
Okay.
When you are non-white in Sicily or even in other parts of Italy, you are not really seen as one of them because you're black, you're different. And even when you introduce yourself as Italian, they ask you, but where are you really from?
Yeah,
you can't really be Italian, being black.
So
it's something that you have to deal with, is the fact that sometimes you have to put up with certain things being said by people, perhaps neighbors or the people you go to school with. You get this how can I say, you have to put up with certain statements being made by people around you, but I think in my case, although it wasn't really easy, but it's helped me as a person because it's made me thick-skinned. It's made me be able to cope. I didn't take I learned not to take things too much to heart, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So although it was difficult, I think it kind of helped in other ways.
Okay. So other than you, before you left and went to the north, while you were in Sicily, were there any other like non-white people around, whether that's in school, or any other black kids, any other teachers, or anyone in the community did you feel like you were the only black person there?
Good question. So when I was in Sicily, especially in the area I was living in, there were not many black people. So it was at school I was the only black person there. There was I think for a couple of months there was a guy who was from North Africa,
Okay.
I'm not sure whether he was from Morocco, Tunisia, but he was the only other kid I saw,
Yeah.
non-black kid that I saw in the school. But really, it was in the school. It was pretty much just me.
Okay.
And yeah, I remember some people being very nice. They used to, they see me, used to say, "Oh, chocolatina, chocolatina," like
Okay.
small chocolates.
Chocolatina.
Chocolatina. Yeah, but some people were very, very nice. Some people, I was able to build some good relationship with some people, but you always get people that don't make you feel welcome. But you kind of get that, you kind of you end up accepting it, isn't it? Because you are a minority, and that's what is there, so you have no choice.
You just have to accept
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So can you give like us an example, or if you don't mind, of like some of the things that was said, if you remember, other than chocolatina, which
Yeah, chocolatina is the nice one.
nice one, yes.
It's the nice example.
Uh-huh.
But you always have people that are a bit more ignorant, that people that don't understand diversity, people that are grown to see, or maybe they perceive diversity as something bad. So being non-white is somehow something to be ashamed of, something bad. So the kind of words and the things they say is really, really bad. Like I had a classmate who used to say, "Oh," he used the N word with me. He said that, "Oh, N, you need to go away, go back to Africa. You stink."
Wow.
And yeah, he used to say some really, really nasty stuff. And I remember one time, that was how old was I? When I was 4 years old. And I was small. I still didn't understand anything. I was a tiny girl.
Yeah.
I was still in nursery, and there was one time this other little boy, he was probably the same age as me, and he came and said, "You are dirty. You need to go home. You need to go use soap and water and wash yourself. You'll be white. You're dirty. That's why you're black." And then I cried, and I got home, and I was really in a very, very bad mood. I was really, really down. And the first thing I did was to go to the bathroom. I got all the soap I could get, and I started rubbing my hand. And I was rubbing my hand really hard, and I was rubbing and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing, and rinsing, and then rubbing again, and then rinsing again, and rubbing again, and rinsing again, to the point where my grandma came to the she came to look for me, because she said, "Oh, this girl, she's just come back from nursery. Look, where is she?" And she saw me there washing and splashing water everywhere. And then my grandma said, "What are you doing?" "What are you doing?" And then I said, "Yeah, this boy," and then I mentioned his name to her. "He said that I'm dirty. He said that if I wash myself, if I scrub really hard, all the black is gonna come out, and I'll become white, just like everyone else." And my grandma cried.
Oh.
My grandma cried. I didn't understand why she cried.
Crying, yeah.
But today, I know why she cried. I know why she cried.
Yeah.
I would cry too if I saw my grandchild, or even my child, coming back and scrubbing the skin and pouring water everywhere, thinking that they can become white.
Yeah. But you were just like, "No, this is what he said. This is what I should do."
This is what I should be doing. Me, I was just, I just didn't understand. I just didn't understand. And to be honest, yeah, that probably encapsulates my story and my experience.
In Sicily,
Sicily slash Italy.
generally speaking.
Yeah, generally speaking.
Okay, so then leaving Sicily when you're around 8, and you moved just outside Venice. How, in comparison, how would you say things were while you were in Venice? So now you're maybe like 9 and up, 9 up until 20.
Up to 22. Again, difficult because you don't fit in. You know, you are not like everyone else. Everyone is white.
So even there, it wasn't. I'm assuming Venice is a bit more diverse. No, the place where you were.
Okay, actually, there were 2 other girls.
Okay.
In my primary school, there were 2 other black girls in my primary school. So it wasn't as it was more diverse compared to where I was in Sicily. So definitely I could see that. But in my class I was the only black person. So I had to, there's always the 2 or 3 people that make you feel different. They make you feel like, oh, you're not really one of us. You can't sit with us. But you learn to accept it because it's where you are, and you are different.
Yeah, there's not necessarily much that can be done, I guess.
Yeah.
And in terms of I presume you told teachers or told your family or whatever, okay, I'm having this issue with somebody in school, or is that what you didn't do, or were you just aware that would go nowhere? And so
I kind of knew that was not gonna change, and sometimes I would tell my parents about it, and what they would say is, stay away from the people that are giving you a hard time. But aside from that, I was pretty much on my own. I realized that whatever they were saying, whatever they had to say against me, it wasn't going to change. So you kind of learn to accept that. Okay. Although it's really bad, you kind of accept it because it's just you. It's just you. There's nobody else. Nobody else understands. I was fortunate that a few times my teachers were understanding. Okay. They could see that sometimes I was being marginalized. So they would make an effort to make sure that I was integrating with the group, but
not necessarily on a disciplinary side of things.
No, not in that way. They would try and say, encourage, like the nicer kids. There's always, in any group you can see that there are nicer kids versus the more naughty ones. So they will go to the nicer kids and say, okay, here is Elly, Elisabetta, play with Elisabetta, be nice, be respectful. They used to help in that way.
Okay. And then was there any comfort in the fact that you at least had, was it 2 or 3 other black girls in the school, or did you have any sort of friendship or relationship with those girls, or no?
No, not really. I mean, we were, hi, how are you? Those kind of terms, but they were older, so okay. They were just going around with their age group
and stuff. Okay, all right, fair enough. Okay, and then so now we've left high school. We got university. Did you stay in Venice, in this town, for university, or did you go somewhere else?
So I was home for when I went to uni. Yeah, I was lucky enough to find a course in Vicenza, but the course, it was still managed by the University of Verona. So we had I have to say that I was blessed because I didn't have to travel. I didn't have to I was just pretty much taking one bus
Mm.
to the two lectures
Okay.
from home, and it was just amazing,
Sweet
easy.
life. Mm-hmm.
Easy. And then I got my degree from the University of Verona. As if I went to Verona. I never did. Maybe a couple of times, yeah, but
For the graduation, it's fine. That's it.
no. Even the graduation was in Vicenza. I didn't
Oh.
have to go anywhere. So
Oh.
they used to have a hall
Mm.
in Vicenza where they used to do the graduation, and that was the end.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was good.
Okay. So, finished university. We're 21, 22.
Yeah.
We're in Italy. What was your reason for saying, okay, I'm going to leave again the country I was born and raised in, that you're familiar with, even things are not necessarily perfect, but your family's still there. What was the incentive from packing up and saying, okay, let me go to the UK?
I finished the university in was it 2009, April 2009, and I said I'm giving myself a month just to relax, because when I finished uni, I had a graduation party, so I had good time. I raised some coins, and I said, you know what, let me enjoy, let me have some time off.
Okay.
Yeah, so I took the time to go. It wasn't really a holiday, but I came over here to the UK for 10 days, as a change of environment.
Okay.
It was nice, to come over here to see the lifestyle, and when I came, I said, I like this place. Look, it's so diverse. It looks like so many people, people that look like me have good jobs, and they're doing well. So I mean, I think I need to consider moving over here. So I kept that at the back of my mind. Meanwhile, I went back to Italy. The holiday was over, and I started job hunting, going from one agency to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other. The answer was always the same: no job, no job, no job, no job, no job. And there was a time where one of the agencies, I went there, and they, like, I was pretty much ignored. So I just felt that I was just going around in circles, and I wasn't really achieving anything, and I didn't really want to be home waiting for a vacancy, because sometimes you have vacancy, they call it bando, so like a post.
Yeah.
There's an advertisement that comes out that tells you, oh, you need to apply by so and so time, and then you have this competition. So it's like an application, but they do it differently in Italy, but you kind of wait for those kind of opportunities
To come.
but
Okay.
you don't know when they will come, and you don't know where they will be based. So it's
a gamble.
Yeah, it's a gamble. You're
Yeah.
pretty much there. You don't know whether you're gonna get a job or not. I could have perhaps maybe gone and look for a job in other cities, etc. But I said, you know what? Why don't I come to the UK?
Try. Let's see.
Why
Okay.
don't I come to the UK? So
Okay.
this is what I did. So I came over to the UK. That was in October 2009. So
Okay.
this is my 12th year anniversary. That was last week. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
Wow, that's actually so weird. Oh my goodness. Okay.
yeah, I can't believe it's been 12 years already.
And that gap. So when you came here for 10 days just to see or like visit people and then have a little break. Went back. How long were you back before you said, okay, actually I'm gonna pack up, I'm gonna go? Was it like a few years or like a couple months?
4 months.
Oh, okay. No, fair enough. You were like, yeah.
Yeah. So I was there for 4 months, and yeah, I decided to come here and see what the UK would offer.
I like it. Okay.